And you're live. Hello.
Hello, people. All the jazz hands.
All the hands. Hello, everybody.
I am all about jazz hands today.
Actually, that's quite ironic as we caught a little bit of version of Chicago over the weekend, and which we actually have a copy of because I grew up on that stuff. So anyway, I wanted to start singing jazz hands. Anyway, let's see here. Should we go into intros now?
Sure.
Because I could just do that.
Sorry, I just forgot that I had the YouTube open. And all of a sudden, I'm like, I hear our voices. Why do I hear our voices?
Yeah. It's okay. My name is Heather Dewey Pett. I'm a writer, editor, and as a writer, I do lots of things, but one of my works in progress is a young adult fantasy, and which I love. And let's see, as an editor, I specialize in line editing, copy editing, and proofreading for independent authors and small publishers. And as an artist, I love to do watercolors, and I also create stationery and other art for writers and lovers of fantasy. How ironic. Okay, I'm done.
Hello, everyone. My name is Charlie. I am currently testing the theory that you all will eventually get really tired of me really fast by doing Vlogmas. So far, 7 of 7 videos. I'm proud of myself. Need to do the 8th one, but I have an idea. Hopefully it will work, unlike yesterday when I had to do 2 videos. So hopefully today I only have to make 1. I also stream on Wednesdays and Fridays on my channel at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And if I'm not talking out of turn here, if I remember correctly, you're not having your Thursday stream this week, Heather?
Yes. I am not doing Thursday night, unfortunately. Sorry, folks.
So I will be having a Thursday stream on Twitch. So if you want to come over there, I may do both, but probably just Twitch. Because I'm wanting to build up and do more stuff over there. So it's twitch.tv/CE Dorset, and I would love a nice follow if that's something that you're interested in. Plus, I also do like talkie streams over there, and I'm really thinking about starting to play like either Knights of the Old Republic, or I own all of the Final Fantasy games. So that would be starting probably at Final Fantasy 2 on, maybe? I don't know. I have ideas, so stuff's going to be happening over there.
You do a lot with Twitch and also Discord. There's so much you can do on those sites. It's amazing. We organized like our whole con, Necronomicon Tampa. It was everything was done through their Discord. It was interesting because that was my first ever experience with it. So I was like, this is cool. Anyway.
Yeah, I've got a lot of plans for the Discord.
Yeah. I'm glad I started mine. I mostly just have posted links so far, but I was thinking of doing more with that. Looks like somebody else is here. I think I said hi to CD. I think I said hello, everyone. How is everybody tonight? And what is your weather like? I'm curious. It's been cold here for Tampa Bay, Florida. It's cold all day long. It got like I think only to 54.
Yeah,
That only happens a couple times a year, and it's happened twice in the last 2 weeks.
we're in the middle of a warming trend. So today we got all the way up to the 50s. So that's kind of exciting. It's actually supposed to be up, I think, into the 60s by the weekend. So I'm hoping that it's kind of nice because I'd like to air out the house one more time before the truly cold air gets here. But yeah, it's been pretty nice. It's going to be rainy Thursday and Friday, which generally I would be okay with, but I'm just hoping the internet holds out.
Yeah.
Rain plus the internet is not always the best thing around here.
And I'm sorry for my light, people. I'm going to turn around in just a little bit here. But there's my art desk behind me. CV. I've heard that it's Glasgow, right? I've heard that it does rain there quite a bit.
Yeah, the joint pain, I get that.
Yeah.
Like I can feel the front that's approaching.
Burning on that, but luckily it's not too bad yet. But that's coming. Every once in a while I'll have an issue, but now that I've hit a certain milestone, it's coming. I know it's coming. Yeah, that's what I thought. I heard CB. Oops, that skipped. It jumped, I mean. Yeah, we had crappy weather here. Let's see. That was Sunday. That was Sunday, and then a cold front started coming in, and it was beautiful last night. Yeah, we walked the dog at a park, and it was beautiful. It was like, holy cow, what an amazing sunset! It was, wow. I'll have to share some pictures of that. Well, some of that was on a I had taken some video there, and I attached that to the end of my Vlogmas video from yesterday, which I had a problem uploading to YouTube. But I will try again, and I will. I did take a little bit of something today, so I'll try later tonight, see if I can get those up. Record highs of 66.
Mm.
Now, ooh. So my brother lives in Colorado too, and so yeah, there you go. Sunshine. Oh, that makes awesome pictures. Baby goats in the sunshine.
That and my grandfather was a cattleman, and I kind of went goats just to spite his memory. Because that's just kind of the person I am.
I only heard part of that because I saw you were spinning, at least on my end. So I missed some of that.
I said my grandfather, I kind of went goats because my grandfather was a cattleman, and I kind of want to have goats on the property just to spite his memory. But that's kind of the person I am. So we did not have the best of relationships.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you did? How did I not notice that?
You kept on. Okay. Yeah. Maybe I should do that too. People don't have to look at my pores.
I just realized how close I was getting to the camera, and I'm just like, Ain't nobody need to count the gray hairs on the top of my head. That is a thing that does not need to happen. I will say that I sufficiently have enough of them.
I'm getting a fair few myself, especially as my hair gets darker because it's getting to be winter, so I'm not outside as much. It gets progressively darker in the winter, so you can make it out a lot easier.
I found my first gray hair. My first gray hairs when I turned 18. So it started early for me. And I'm kind of surprised that by now it's not all gray. Like it's getting there. But
I went to high school with, there was this guy that he had a lot of medical problems though, but he also had a little bit of gray hair right at the temple in one spot.
Huh.
It's fascinating. It's like,
Makes me think of Rogue from the X-Men.
Yeah. So this next time. Excuse me, folks. Okay. Anyway. Took you several hours to get them the way you wanted. That's an interesting picture. Ow. No, don't pull Gray's hairs. I don't know. That's just me. That's just me. I don't pull mine because when they come back in, they're thicker.
Same.
Yeah. So.
Oh, they had like wars around here, Maggie. Like they literally, like the cattlemen and the like various sheep and goat folk, like it was a thing. It was a thing, which is like part of like the whole scandal of my parents getting together, because the Dorsets were they had goats and sheep and eventually pigs too, and married into the dairy family. Like, oh, shame of it all. Like, yeah, it was a thing. Like, we can't put mutton or lamb on our menu because people will literally, like, we've had people like boycott us for supporting, for not supporting the cattle industry. So we have to keep beef on the menu and we cannot have lamb. Like, even if we have both, we can't have both. We have to have just the one because people around here are the way they are. Yeah, that's how I noticed mine. Mine sparkle too. Like in the bright light, my gray hair is very silver. It shimmers.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can do this. Bright light. I don't know if you can see the shimmer. I don't know if you can see it. There you go.
I haven't seen Oklahoma in a while. I remember, and while I talk about this, let's also talk about minutes in a sprint. But what was I going to say? Oh, I haven't seen Oklahoma in so long, but what I did see though, this was a while back, was Hugh Jackman in Oklahoma. He was so good. Holy cow.
Hugh Jackman can sing when they let him. But don't get me started about Les Mis.
Yeah. I mean, it was, yeah. It was interesting. It was interesting. I mean, visually, it was amazing. It was the musical in a movie, but I don't know. There were some
Mm,
issues.
yeah, hated. Yeah, same. It's
Yeah,
just
I
amazing how.
in Colorado. But she's not so much. Interesting. Hi, Bonnie. How are you?
Hello, Bonnie.
Actually, Bonnie, I did actually get into. Not only did I look up Duolingo, I started playing in it for a little bit before I went to bed. I was like, hey, because I did the preliminary thing just to see how much that I knew, because I said that I knew some of the language that I'm trying to learn more of, and I was like, hey, this is cool. So that was very interesting.
Yeah, I really like Duolingo a lot. I just wish that you could adjust the font size. That's my only gripe about it. Is with
Oh,
my crappy eyes.
oh,
There are some times when I wish I could make the lettering bigger.
I hate to ask you what you have stuck in your head, CB, but we'll move on. That way, maybe it'll move on out of your head. It was in '99. Okay, I probably saw it around 2000 or something. It was recorded, so it was like on PDF or something. You know?
Isn't Shapoopy from Oklahoma?
No,
And that
that's
song?
Music Man.
Oh, that's from Music Man. That's right. I always get them mixed up, and I don't know why.
um, well, they're both
Actually, I
kids.
do know why. In high school, we did Oklahoma and the Music Man back to back, and they were rehearsing both simultaneously. Yep, got it. Okay. Ha! That's a bit
That's
about myself.
um, we did when I was in high school. We did Peter Pan. That was the first high school musical I was involved with, and I was hooked ever since because Peter Pan, flying in the whole bit. So that was a lot of fun, and I must have been really sick the day that they said that all the theater kids could, go for a ride in the rigging, and I was sick as a dog.
Oh.
I could have flown. Oh well.
Oh.
I was very sick. I think I had the flu or something.
I was a
But
very sickly kid.
I didn't get sick that much, but when I did, I really did. Yes, I really want to do more in Duolingo. Um, hey, maybe I'll put in a beginning, and we'll hopefully. Oops, what? Hopefully, that was weird. Excuse me. um, hopefully my internet won't be too long. And apparently the farmer and the plowman should be friends.
I think that's the song from Oklahoma. I think that's one of the songs from Oklahoma.
Cool. That's cool, Bonnie and CB.
I haven't. I have not yet for today, but I will
I
be
have not either.
working on it shortly.
Yeah, I'll be working on mine later. Before I go to bed, I'll see if I can get at least yesterday's up. And what else was I involved with? Oh my God, a whole bunch. Because it was a kind of a performing arts high school, so A potted, what is that? I'm wondering what that means exactly. We call it they couldn't hear and Oliver. Oh, cool. Can we get a Potter version? A potted.
A Potter version.
Does that mean a potted?
Of
She says, does that mean seated? A seated version, maybe?
I don't know.
Without the costumes. Interesting. I've never heard that.
Oh, okay.
Well, costumes, yes, I've seen that. I've seen that on, when our PBS shows different film performances. Sometimes it's without costumes and stuff, just, in a variety of ways. And excuse me, I'm having a thing. Sorry.
And so am I, which is why I have a can of the soda of last resort.
And that's why I'd gotten this bear drink. Okay. Excuse me.
So it'd be difficult to do
have the coat for Joseph. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a ton of sense. You have to have some kind of visual for that, for sure. Makes a ton of sense. Okay. Shall we start with 15 then?
That sounds good for me.
Okay. Let's start this off. And during the sprint, I'll turn my computer around here. Okay, let's do this thing. Hey.
Let's do it.
Shall I do a countdown?
Do it.
Okay, I can do it. Oh, let's see here. Remember to stretch if you need to. Remember to walk around first if you need to. If it helps you concentrate, do whatever you need to do to concentrate. Let's see. Remember to back up your work after you have worked some. And I don't know. I've completely lost it. Yeah, let's go ahead and start this because I've completely lost it. So let's do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sprint. Hello again. Sorry. Let's do this again. Let me set you guys back up. Let me redo this. Hi, Carrie. Let me get this back. Get that back on for you guys. So sorry. It's very slow. Let me get this back again. There we go. Let's restart this in 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay. How did everybody do? What did everybody do? I did a parenting thing and then shopping things. Oh, excuse me. Flipping things right and left, apparently. Plugged in my laptop. Sorry. But whatever. So sorry about any interruptions. How did you do?
Hello, Eva.
And hi to Eva. That's hi, Diana.
And if you would like, just in case that happens again, I can run a parallel timer on my phone because I had gotten in the habit of doing that. And so when I saw that you dropped that, I should have said something in chat, but I was in the middle of recording my Vlogmas video for today.
Right. Yeah, I should do that myself. Just, my phone's right behind me here.
So, needless to say, I got my Vlogmas video for today recorded.
Good.
It's a bit rambly, but I'm fine with it.
Mine are too. Mine are awfully rambly.
To me, because like I talked about in yesterday's Vlogmas video, I've been kind of struggling with depression lately. So to me, getting anything done, any accomplishment is good. So, and I get to get a lot of ideas out there and see what resonates with people and what people are interested in. So, spoiler alert, today's episode is about why I like short fiction and why I'm writing a lot more of it.
Cool.
So, and then I saw that Tessa posted a video. Got a notification on my phone where she explains why she was in the hospital, what all went on with all that, and biggest surprise, that she might do a pop-up tonight.
A pop-up stream? Yeah, let me get rid of this for a second. Okay.
Hello, Chandra.
So, yeah. Hi, Chandra. How are you? Yeah, I did during that stream, and I did see your comment. I did show it so that it was there for quite a while.
I get a lot of questions about how Tessa's doing, and when I saw that she put up a video, I was like, oh, she can answer for everyone. Here you go.
Eat some fruit snacks.
Fruit snacks.
Now, when you have a kid, hashtag mom snacks is your kid's snacks usually.
I'm just saying, they sound amazing. I could definitely have one.
Have dinner during the next probably.
I can't even think about that yet because dinner's not until the hubby gets home, and that's a random time.
So. That's understandable. No more talking about food. Yeah, she doesn't need to apologize for anything.
Yeah. I talk to her about that quite often because she cares so much for this community. And it's like, honey, you got sick. There's nothing to apologize about getting sick. Yeah. But yeah, she does apologize quite a bit in there. So maybe if we see her go live, we should all run over there real quick, do some compliment bondage, tell her she doesn't have to apologize, and then go on with whatever we're going to do from there. Because
agreed. Go to that one. Let me just kind of move this a little bit. It was cutting off my head.
It was fun to see her opinion of Save the Cat Goes to the Movies, because she actually emailed me when she finished reading it. And she was like, why is everybody talking about that stupid writes a book one? That one's terrible. This one's so much better. I'm like, I know. It's just older.
It's been around. Yeah, I was just going to say, it's been around for a long time.
Yeah. But
I
yeah, I
heard
did. I
about it.
didn't like Save the Cat
Oh,
writes a novel like that much at
I
all.
haven't
But
read any of those recently, but I want to. Um, CB got 251 words, and
yay!
awesome. Pack portrait, cool. Are those? Are those? Are these?
I was trying to see. They look like fairies to me.
I was gonna say my first thought was
Ooh. They are. They're fairies.
okay, cool,
That's the one
awesome.
nice thing about
I've
having
seen
this open in
those.
Chrome is you can use Chrome to zoom.
Sorry, what?
So the nice thing about having this open in Chrome is you can use Chrome to zoom in, make it bigger and bigger and bigger and
Oh,
bigger until you can see. I still had to lean in, but yes, fairies.
that's, um, oh, CB is including a quote. Ever since I learned about him in elementary school, Phineas Taylor Barnum has been something of a hero of mine. You know, he never actually said there's a sucker born every minute.
He did put a sign up in his museum that said, behold the fabulous egress." And it was not that far away from the entrance, but it was an auto locking door that when you went out, it locked you out, and you'd have to pay to come back in because egress is just the French word for exit. He
Oh
did do
my
that.
God, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Just to see if anybody would catch on.
And people would walk out and then have to pay to get back in and complain that they didn't see the egress. And he was like,
Oh,
"Yes, you did. That's what it means. It means exit." And it's like, not my fault you don't know French. I'm just like, oh my goodness. That's just
oh,
because he did do that.
the stage show. Yeah, I've heard the stage show. What's the name of the stage show again? I can't
Greatest
think of
show
it.
on earth.
Oh yeah, that's it.
That's up on Disney Plus. I just haven't watched it yet.
That was it. Really?
Uh-huh.
So
And
they
tomorrow,
made a movie version of it?
yep. Oh
Did
no,
I,
it
did I
was the
know
Greatest
that or
Showman.
did I not know that?
The Greatest Showman. They made a music version of.
Oh, the greatest showman. Um, good night, Bonnie.
Night. Have the fun. I'm not productive either. I'm just saying. Well, I guess I'm technically productive because I'm making a video, but I
I'm
have
technically
magic furries to write
productive
up.
because I'm doing this. I'm running the stream, I guess. Oh, okay, cool. And it was called Barnum. The musical from the what, 50s or
Okay.
60s? There was a famous song in it, but I can't think.
How?
My sister, my sister was a musical theater major in college for a while, and I grew when I was young. She's 13 years older than me. When I was young, she was in college, and so we listened to everything, just everything. And I mean, I grew up listening to the music from Chicago and Sweeney Todd and strange things like that.
He had it coming.
6-year-old to listen to,
He
but
had it
whatever.
coming.
And that whole pop sick squish, and it goes on and on. That's one of my big memories of growing up. Isn't that?
That's amazing.
Da-da-da. Okay. Now it's gonna really just be in my head.
There are worse things to have stuck in your head. I'm just saying.
That's quite true.
Eva, how late were you and Glory up chatting after I went into the other room? Because I had to leave the chat because it was time to spend time with the hubby. But how long did you guys stay up for?
That was me, I don't know, a couple nights ago.
I didn't want to leave. Like, the conversation was so good, but the hubby was like, if you want to eat, there's food. And I was like, I want to eat.
You're just gonna watch. Okay, that's fine.
Ah.
Yeah, Chicago.
I
I
guess that means I
grew
have
up
to
on
do things
90s.
then.
And yeah. I mean, I did. Interestingly, in high school, we sang some music from it. You know, the signature song, the theme, not but the signature song. I can't talk right now. And I enjoyed the movie, and I thought they both did a great job. Both, you know, I can't think of the name.
I may be slightly addicted to Catherine Zeta-Jones. I'm just saying I have liked her in pretty much everything I've ever seen her in.
I saw, you know what I saw? Because I was researching things, when I was first researching things for my book, uh, I found out about her original nationality, and because that has to do with my book. Okay, zip. Shut up. And so there was a TV show. This is how she's got. That's blah, blah, blah. Talk. She was on TV in Britain back in the 90s. Back in the 90s, and oh God, what was the name of it? The Darling Buds of May, I think. It was a line from Shakespeare. Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, that sounds right.
What an interesting show, I thought. Interesting characters, and her mom, you know, she's like I don't know, she's around 18, right, or something, and but the mom, and there's like 9 kids or something, literally, like something like that. But anyway, it was really interesting. I found that fascinating.
Okay, so I loaded up Catherine Zeta-Jones's IMDb to see what it was called, and the first thing that it had for some reason was a picture of Renee Zellweger from Chicago. And I'm like, that's not Catherine Zeta-Jones. That's Renee Zellweger. And yes, it was the Darling Buds of May.
You know, usually
she played Mariette.
Who did?
Catherine Zeta-Jones. She played Mariette or Marietta. So it ends with an E, so usually that's silent on the Darling Buds of May.
Okay. It's been a long time since I've seen it.
I forgot she was in the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles. I used to love that.
What?
Yeah, she was in The Adventure in Palestine. She played Maya.
Yeah, she had just darker skin. Yeah. She was in the that Zorro movie with Antonio Banderas.
Yes, Mask of Zorro. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm also mildly addicted to
she's beautiful.
Antonio Banderas movies.
Well, yeah. I mean, Antonio Banderas. So,
as anybody who watched our talk about film over on Glory's channel yesterday would know, because she was like, I didn't like Interview with the Vampire, and I'm like, what was not to like? It's like 12 seconds long. It's just Antonio Banderas going through a candle over and over and over again. She's like, there's more to the movie than that. I said, no, there isn't. That's the whole movie. At least according to my memory, that's the whole movie. Oh, Moulin Rouge.
I thought they did a pretty good job with that, with the movie.
Moulin Rouge.
And when I, you know, because that was the first time I'd ever seen Ewan McGregor sing, so I was like, well, that's not bad.
They're about to start. Speaking of Ewan McGregor, they're about to start filming the young Obi-Wan show.
Oh,
Obi-Wan on Tatooine with Ewan.
okay. So is that going to be on Disney
Yep.
Plus then?
Yep.
Darn our good Disney Plus. Okay. For so many reasons, it's crazy. And I think the kid would enjoy it. So.
Oh, especially for the kid because he loves all the classics and all the new stuff.
Yeah. So if you,
So much
I
DuckTales.
thought even Nicole Kidman, she did a great job. You know, and the two of them together.
Yep.
I think you'd like it, CB. If you like, let's see.
It's a Baz Luhrmann film, so
I was
that's
just
like
gonna say that. Wasn't that him? Yeah.
yeah, that's like the first like warning. If you can't stomach Baz Luhrmann films, avoid it. It is a very Baz Luhrmann film.
Yeah. My mother loved it when it came out, and but again, my family, we love musicals, so
the way they turned Roxanne into a dirge to me will forever be the highlight of that because I didn't know anything about the music going into it. And when he starts stomping his foot into with that gravelly voice, like the exact opposite thing, Roxanne, just
yeah.
So good.
Are you kidding me, Carrie? Wow. If that's true.
That's amazing.
That is amazing.
You know, Ewan
Did
McGregor,
that
when they were
just for him.
filming the prequel movie, Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen actually learned how to sword fight, and they would go after each other so hard in practice. And especially in the first one, when they were practicing, he was practicing against Ray Parker as Darth Maul, that they kept breaking the prop swords. Like they went through like 12 designs of prop swords because they weren't pulling their punches. They were just going at each other with them, just like having fun with the swords because they both learned how to sword fight just to be in this movie. And I mean, they were like, there's some behind the scenes footage of Ewan McGregor and Ray Parker just going after each other with like prop lightsabers. It's amazing. It's phenomenal.
And when they did the live action Peter Pan, there's some special footage that was shot, and they included it in the DVD. And the way they had this really super special rigging. At the time, it was like pretty new. I think it's more commonly used now. But anyway, the way they did it, it was fascinating to me to watch because in high school he's just used ropes and the weather thing and the pulleys and all. But but anyway, so Jason Isaacs and and this kid, it was pretty interesting to watch how they did it. So they had a lot of fun together. It looks like. And that
I love
kid's now
like that's the one thing that I miss about everything going streaming is you don't get all those like behind the scenes things because I mean who can afford to buy a Blu-ray anymore? Let's be honest, right? Like so all I do is watch things on streaming. It's like I miss all the behind the scenes little tidbits, which I have to say I am not being paid by Disney, but Disney, pay me. I will gladly take your money. They actually do have an extras feature. If you're looking at the movies, scroll down a little bit. There's an extras tab under each movie where they will often have like the old trailers and sometimes behind the
streaming services.
Yeah, on the Disney Plus. They actually have a lot of that up there, which is amazing.
Interesting.
Yes, CB. I heart Jason Isaacs as well.
I love Jason Isaacs. Actually, and apparently he was filming the Peter Pan movie and HP #2 at the same time, or one just past the other, or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
something like that. And so he was like taking kids from one set to another kind of a thing. And so that was kind of cool.
And Eva, I think the answer to that is yes, as long as your name isn't Alan Dean Foster. Or you didn't actually work for Fox. Because they are legitimately trying to say that they don't have to pay anybody who did any work for Fox ever.
CB, I love Jason Isaacs, and you know it's interesting to listen to his voice and how he but when he did the voice for the character in HP, it's just got a nasally tone to it.
Yep.
But you don't hear it when he's playing Captain Hook. It's completely different.
He does a lot of voiceover work that people don't realize is him. I forgot which one it was, but he's the voice of one of the Skeksis in the most recent Dark Crystal series that they did.
I have not seen that.
It was good, and I was really excited about season 2, and then the plague happened, and Netflix decided it would be too complicated to figure out how to film a second season and canceled it.
Yeah, it's been so long since I've seen the movie from the 80s.
Oh,
I remember watching that a lot back in the day.
So if anybody doesn't know about this, do search the hashtag Disney must pay. Disney is claiming that when they purchased Fox, they purchased the copyrights, but none of the responsibilities to pay royalties for all of the content that Fox owned. So and legally, and this is the problem, legally, that's a thing that could possibly be allowed under our really broken copyright system. So they may own the copyrights to a lot of people's work, but not the duty to pay them for it. And so Alan Dean Foster and the Writers Guild of America are taking them to court right now to try to prove that they have to pay people. So if you're not familiar with why Eva says Disney pays people, that's why.
I think I might have heard something about this. I think I did hear something about it.
If you're not, if you want more about that, Daniel Green just did a wonderful video about this where he actually interviewed Alan Dean Foster and his attorney.
Okay. Interesting.
U.S. copyright is extremely broken, and as people like us who would like to make a living off of it, it's very important to keep up to date with all of the crazy stuff that's going on. Because if Disney wins its lawsuit, I would advise everyone to avoid traditional publishing forever. Because that's really what it comes down to. Because if Disney wins and a company has a right to purchase copyright without duty to pay royalties, which is what they're claiming, is that that they paid Fox for the copyrights, but in so doing, they did not buy the duty to compensate the artist. That those are two separate things legally, and that they bought one, not the other. And there is a legal argument that can be made for that. It's not morally right, and it's currently being tested in court. But if Disney wins, then technically every author that works for Simon & Schuster could be not paid by Random House now. Because Simon Simon & Schuster was just purchased by Random House. And you better bet that they're paying attention to that lawsuit.
Yeah, I believe it. But
Yep.
And I bet you're right, Eva.
Especially with traditional publishing getting mired into such siloed content. Like, they really have picked their lanes and they're not deviating from it. And you can see that just the fact that they will not acknowledge that new adult exists. Like, that to me is like the first ultimate sign. They will not acknowledge, they will not publish, they will not entertain the idea of publishing a new adult title. Even though they sell really, really well. But all new adult writers are indie published because the industry has decided that is not a thing.
And you know what? When an author creates something, I mean, it's like, oh, I don't know. It's like,
and yeah, Maggie, I really agree with that. Traditional publishing is a decade behind. Yeah. They're still looking for books like the Hunger Games. Like, they're still, when they're thinking of what should be coming out young adult wise, they're still looking for books like the Hunger Games and Harry Potter.
Excuse me. Something
the market's moved well past that.
Yeah. But
yeah, it's
yeah.
It's a mess up there.
Interesting. Something. Okay. Well, yeah. It's administered to Fox.
What? Yeah.
Interesting. Oh boy. Yeah. It does make you think that indie is the way it's gonna go.
I mean, this may just be because of the way that, I came up, because nobody cared about, queer folk or queer writers or anything when I was, getting my start. But you got to take care of yourself and you got to take care of your own, because we are the only ones that are going to look out for us. And I really believe that. And that's one of the reasons why I'm like wholeheartedly for the whole indie movement. Yeah, Courtney's marketing series is so good.
I need to. If I haven't, I don't remember. I need to. I definitely want to watch all of it.
And Courtney knows of which she speaks, because she's had the bravery to show her actual sales numbers. And girl,
yeah,
like, I wouldn't mind numbers like that. I really wouldn't.
Hmm. Yeah. So, and even, you can, even if you're like me and still working on your first book, you know, there's nothing wrong with starting to think about these things.
It is definitely something that should be on the minds of everyone who's writing, because the most important thing that you are creating is, I wish I could say it's the book that you're making, but it's the rights that accrue to you from making it. Those are the things people are going to try to nickel and dime and steal from you.
Oh, sorry.
So
I am going to put that up. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and add the timer back. So,
yes, that's very true, Eva. Marketing starts long before you publish.
and it can be the hardest part, especially when you're not really used to.
I was talking to Kat about a project that I'm currently working on, and I told her the name of it, and she Googled it, and she was like, "You're already the number one on Google." I'm like, "Yeah, it's SEO. You learn your SEO, you push forward." Like, yes.
I'm just learning about that Reels thing.
Yeah, I don't know that I will ever make reels, but I do enjoy hers.
Okay. That sounds kind of good. Hot chocolate. It's
Oh,
cold
yeah.
here. Did I say before? It's cold here.
I just realized my tea is still in the other room. I'm like, what? I want something to. Oh, I have no drink. Oh no, I made it. It's just in the other room. I forgot to bring it in here. Yay!
Um, well, I can understand. 14,000-foot mountain.
Marketing
Love
is
that.
not. I will agree. Marketing is not fun. There are things that you can do that make it a lot easier. There are some
Even little
things that.
things that I do, I'm like, every time I do anything, I'm like,
I mean, the biggest thing is start your platform as soon as possible. I mean, doing what we're doing here on YouTube, making sure you have your Instagram, your Twitter. Don't care about Facebook unless you're writing romance, because
yeah.
if you're writing romance, you can sell those fairly easily on Facebook, but Facebook really doesn't care about much else.
I've seen at least one group that I just know this person because she came to my con, and it's but it's chick fantasy, so chicklet fantasy mostly, yeah. So I don't know. I guess she's doing okay. I don't remember if there's a lot of romance. Well, maybe some of them. I think there's at least one season that there is romance involved. So yeah. Everybody's talking about hot cocoa. Okay, get your cocoa, guys, and then we'll start a sprint.
Hot cocoa sounds very good, but I have already made a tea, so I just need to go grab it.
um, I was thinking of doing that too, Eva, because well, it's not a pen name because it's my actual name, but I've always said that I wanted to write under my maiden name. So
I have yet to decide if I'm going to do social media accounts in for my pen name, just because I don't know if I'm going to use it. I have a pen. I've got a pen name already planned for the romance stuff, but I'm still debating whether or not I want to use it.
Yeah, I have to figure that out. But I know I want to do that. So I have to. I guess I have to do that. I don't know. Do things with under that name. Do you think that's a good idea?
Which?
Like to have accounts, specific accounts for well, it's not a pen name, but you know what I mean.
The
For
name
the
you write under? Yeah, for me, all of the accounts that I have are under the name that I write under. I do have, like I said, a planned romance pen name, but I don't know how much I want to do with it because I don't know if I want to actually use it. I might try to grab it in a couple places, but that becomes problematic because while there is not an author with the name that I chose, there is an Instagrammer that has that name. So it would cause problems over there. It could potentially cause problems over there. So I haven't figured out what all I want to do with that. I do think it's important for marketing purposes. Like I write everything under the name CE Dorset, which is why my YouTube channel is CE Dorset. My Twitch channel is CE Dorset. My Twitter, my Instagram, everything. Everything. And I try to grab that as soon as a new social media, if I find out there's a new social media app anywhere, just in case I might need to use it. But
excuse me, pardon me.
you know, the two biggest problems with getting the word out as a writer is one, developing yourself to the point where you have people that will be talking about you, and that will help market you a lot. That's the best kind of marketing. Until then, it's about saving up as much as you can to buy ads. Because nobody can buy a book that they don't know exists.
That is a good point.
And that's to me the hardest part of the industry is even if you can get a good cover, do decent editing, write a good story without having to shell out to somebody else to do any of that, there's still one bar to entry for indie publishing, and that is you got to market.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you right now, most people that want to charge you like $500 or $1,000 to learn their marketing secrets generally don't have any. Their marketing secret is they found out a way to talk people into giving them $500 to $1,000 to learn their marketing secrets.
Oh my God. Crazy. Yeah. No, I would not want to have all that either. I could not keep up with that. I would need an assistant or something to keep up with all that. Maggie, oh my God. Yeah.
I use Crowdfire. I use Crowdfire for my social media, but yeah, I don't do the multiple pen names. I thought about it. I debated it a lot, but as I've been joking around with a lot of people, I write one genre. It's one genre in 4 flavors. Like all my books are essentially the same genre. It's just, are there going to be spaceships or not? And does Earth exist or not? Other than that, like those are just switches. Like I really write the same genre all the time. It's just sometimes there's spaceships, sometimes it takes place on Earth. Other than that, it's all the same fiction. I like to think that I'm fancy and original, but no.
I'd like to think that too sometimes, and then I realize that's not so original, maybe, but at least everybody has their own take on things,
Oh yeah. Like I could hand you all my
and that's what
outline.
makes it.
I've
There's no
honestly thought about doing that. I
ideas.
really, there's part of me that wants to do an anthology where I actually write an outline for a story and then get a bunch of writers to write that story. And then, I don't know, give the money to charity or something. Because I think the stories would be so different, even though we all worked off of the same outline.
Oh, interesting. That
Like
would be an
they would be
interesting
completely different stories.
Wow. Yeah, that would
Just
be
to prove that point, because I've said that so many times and people just kind of look at me like, you're crazy. And I'm like, no. And I kind of want to prove it by getting a bunch of writers together, giving them an actual outline and being like, here, write it.
Yep. So, okay. It says she has the LLC. Like he says, the only thing my stories have in common is everyone has a break them event. Has to overcome it or succumb to it. Oh, like a mirror moment kind of thing.
All of my, like, I'll be straight up. All of my fiction is Gothic, Celtic, Shinto, wuxia. Like, that's all I write. It's just one genre. Just like, does it happen on Earth? Does it happen in space? Or does it happen in a secondary world that's all magic? Like that's the only difference.
Picture books through middle grade and clean YA. Cool. I guess then she'd be on board. 50,000 words? I mean, 5,000. Excuse me.
I really need to send you a link about the thing that I'm wanting to do because I think you would join my Weird Writer Collective. I actually figured out my first writer collective project, and it's probably just going to be me, but I can dream. Gosh darn it.
Well,
I can be a collective of one. There's enough of me to go around. Are you ready for a sprint?
I was just going to say, everybody like a sprint. Let's do it. I'm going to put this banner up.
Did you want me to count us in?
Hey, Charlie. Yeah, would you please?
Alrighty, peoples. We've already done a sprint, which means you probably did some work, which means you better save it, because if you don't, they're gonna come. They're gonna sneak up on us. They're gonna be. They're looking already. The gremlins are looking. They're gonna take the words. Don't let the gremlins take the words. They have enough. Don't feed them after midnight. It's always midnight somewhere, and don't get them wet. Anywho, make sure you're saving. Make sure you're hydrating. If you're like me and forgot to bring your hydration into the room, go get it. If you haven't stood up in a while, go stand up. It's good for you. Just shake it off and sit back down if that's what it takes. But get your blood pumping. If you're having a hard time with creativity, a lot of times that's because you let yourself stagnate. So get up and get moving. We are going to get started with this sprint in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Get you some words. Get you some relaxation. Get something.
Okay. How did everybody do? What did everybody do? I ate dinner. I ate dinner and made myself some cocoa. Excuse me. That is what I did.
Cocoa sounds amazing. I went and grabbed my tea. I'm back on the caramel apple tea, because I likes it and I loves it. And somehow only got I picked out the background music for the video. I got it white balanced ish. It's good enough. And I edited 1 out of 6 minutes of video. Hopefully it's not going to take 20 minutes for each minute of video to get the editing done. But
I also watched I guess most of Tessa Dean's apology video. Yeah. No need to apologize.
yeah.
I've already liked it, and no need to.
If I could just get a banner that I could just like have waving behind me, like the entire time I do everything, it would simply say, "Women, you don't have to apologize for everything," because I see how it's enculturated in people to do that.
Yes.
And because of the nature of our society,
Socialized.
women, yes, many more women are trained to do that than men.
Yeah.
You don't have to apologize. You don't. It's not necessary.
You're right. It is not. I know I have done it way too much in my lifetime. Excuse me.
Oh, and I also in the background had on Ashton Daniels' latest video, which it's dangerous. I should not be watching their videos. I should not.
Lindsay Sterling. Don't know. Might have to check her out.
I have such mixed feelings about Lindsay Sterling. On the one hand, I love her music. On the other hand, I find her a little bit unbearable. So as long as I avoid interviews with her, I'm fine.
Oh, okay. Okay.
She tends to be a bit full of herself, and in ways that are off-putting to me. And like, I get it. She has a lot of talent. She's really, really cute. I get it. Like, you're a millionaire in your 20s because you're that talented. I get it. But at the same time, oh, there's a certain entitlement, a certain holier than thou attitude that she has too often.
Yeah, I don't like that myself. In
But the music
anybody.
is phenomenal. The music is so good that I just avoid interviews with her like the plague.
I know people like that personally, so
Yeah.
excuse me. CB wrote 208 words. Christmas morning, 7 a.m.
Nice.
Excuse me, pardon me. Pepper and I are in Connecticut visiting her godparents. The others are in New York.
I'm excited to hear I'm writing done, Chandra. That's awesome.
Excuse me.
oh, Maggie. Oh, Maggie. That is my heart. I love that. You get
Her
the
gamer stream can hear me, and I embarrassed her with my imperfect voice.
You get the hard hands. I've heard you sing. I think you have a beautiful singing voice. So,
How old is this
to
one?
her,
How old? I'm just curious how old she. Yeah, it sounds like a tween or something.
yeah, there's a good chance of that.
You didn't hear the sprint in because you couldn't get your music loud enough, huh? Yes. You're programmed to
Yep.
apologize. It's handed down through the years. Very, very true. Whoa, jumping StreamYard. You're still at war with your earbuds? We keep calling out?
Do not own earbuds for that very reason. My ears are all weirdly shaped and they just go free. They pop out of my ears like popcorn. It's bad. Uh-oh, I said a word. I think she's sleeping. Yeah, she's sleeping. It's all good.
Oh. I had to get my charger before my laptop. I want to get up because I'm all cozy in bed. Yeah, that's hard.
Real cozy. I'm just saying. I've heard your
I
singing
don't do this very often, but
because I've been informed that this is the heart hands and this is the gamer heart hands.
the gamer heart.
I've heard this referred to several times as gamer heart hands, and I don't know if that's just like a group of people that decided to call that amongst themselves or not. But I've heard several people call it that. So I was like specifically giving the gamer heart hands because of the gamer stream. I find that one much more difficult to do because I always want to put my hands too close together, and it makes the heart disappear.
Huh. Interesting. Oh, I'm sorry about that, CD. Wow.
Ooh.
Maybe it's the foam that's inside or something.
Oh, wait a minute. Didn't you say on
Wow.
Jace's stream that you have a latex allergy? They use latex in a lot of headphones.
Things.
Was that? I don't remember if I think that was you that said that you had a latex allergy.
And then this equilibrium. Wireless headphones go around the period.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
I do not have an equilibrium to speak of.
Just today, I had a weird thing where I got a short sensation of just my equilibrium was all out of whack. It didn't last very long. I don't know if it's because I have a slight sinus thing going on. I don't know.
I don't know.
I have a history of sinus issues, so that used to go in my ears, and that would get really wonky.
Mm-hmm.
That was not fun. I did that some in my 20s.
I live in fear that I'm going to start getting seizures like my mom has. She didn't start developing them till she was in her 40s.
What did you say?
I said I live in fear that I'm going to start getting seizures like my mom has. Because she didn't start developing them till she was in her 40s. And I can't remember what they're called. They're not the grand mal seizures that cause your body to shake. They basically almost cause paralysis.
Oh, okay.
Paralysis. I'm sorry, I've been thinking about it a lot because I'm pretty sure I just had a moment of sleep paralysis the other night.
Oh, yeah.
But because I have that too often.
So allergic to nickel. CB is allergic to nickel,
Okay, you're
and
allergic.
Nicole is allergic
I remember you were allergic to nickel. Like, okay,
to latex.
okay. I couldn't remember who it was that said that because I didn't even think about people being allergic to latex having problems with bananas, and then I realized, yeah, bananas have latex in them. Yeah.
I think
Okay.
I was there for this conversation.
Yeah.
um, is that who started all that? Taylor Swift? The whole heart hand thing? Is that
Is
what
that
came? This is, like
is
really
that
only
Clay
in the
Duncan?
last 10 years. So
Because that's all I know is they were saying that was gamer heart hands, and that is just heart hands. And I was like, okay, is that how the kids are doing it these days? Okay, fine, gamer heart hands. Then I guess I don't know.
I started seeing it around maybe 10 years ago or something.
I don't pay enough attention to Taylor Swift to know because
I
I'm not
don't,
a fan. She has a few songs I like, but not a fan. Though I do highly recommend people
strokes
listen
can
to
be
her
environmentally
working.
caused. Um, sure, that makes a
Yeah.
ton of sense, CB. Oh crap! Yeah, yeah. Actually, I had a friend a long time ago. Her father was he served in the Vietnam War, like near the tail end of it or something. But he was exposed to Agent Orange and
Mm.
palette,
Yeah, it's not good.
and the things people used to be exposed to. That makes a lot of sense, Nikki. And there's such a variety of seizures.
Yeah.
I find that interesting. Even those little mini ones that some people have, it's almost like you're staring off into space and that for like a few seconds and that's it.
Yeah.
It's like tiny, 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 and can't even.
Yeah. She didn't start having them till she was about my age. And I've had some weird experiences lately and I'm wishing I had medical insurance.
Because you have to get plastic. Yeah, I bet you have to get plastic frames. Wow. Because it's nickel. That's another one of those things. It's in a lot of things, a lot of products.
It's in a lot.
It's oh,
Huh.
so it is what day? Okay, here it is. It's Pan Pride Day.
Yep.
Oh,
And I love my pan friends. Just please, 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 everybody listen to the sound of my voice. If you're including pansexual or bisexual people in your story, they don't have to be sluts because they're pan or bi.
makes sense to me.
Just because you like more than one gender doesn't mean that you have to be with them constantly. That's nymphomania. That's a whole different thing.
Yeah,
Actually, I don't even know if that's a thing anymore. It's just what they called it when I was a kid.
yeah, yeah.
Sorry, I'm just getting tired of reading. Oh, look, it's the pan character. They're into everyone all the time, always. Not how that works.
Yeah. Agent Orange. What is with my sound?
Yep,
Um,
squeak.
Agent Orange. and just everything, all the chemicals that they were using in the 60s and 70s
Yeah.
was crazy.
I remember getting toys they couldn't take out of the plastic because they had lead paint in them. Because
Oh my God. And, and kids, yeah, kids
and I
eating.
just didn't understand it. Like, I don't understand. It's just a toy. Yeah, we did bad things. We did bad things.
Hmm.
We poisoned ourselves for a very long time.
It's no wonder cancer is so prevalent
Mm-hmm.
in this country for many reasons, but it's probably a huge one. Um. Anyway, let's see. It's 9:20. Do we want to have another sprint?
That's up to you. I would love to because I'd like to get this video edited.
Since we started late and then I had an issue, we lost time. So
But it's
maybe
all up
we'll
to
do
you.
one.
Your stream, your
Yeah,
rules.
as kind of thinking with not streaming Thursday. Um, maybe I'll just go ahead and do that again. All the action figures had lead paint. Those 4-inch jobs. Even doubt it. Um, Okay, how about this? We can wrap it up with 15. Yes, I'm feeling generous because I am now streaming Thursday. Yep. And I know it's flavor. Let's see here. Do you feel like counting us down, Charlie?
I can do that.
Okay.
Alrighty. Make sure that you're saving your work because you really don't want to give it away to like dark and sinister forces that are trying to take it away from you, namely often from what I've been hearing lately, Microsoft, because apparently Word's been crashing a lot for people. So be mindful, y'all. And also, especially if you're using Google Docs, make sure you have it set up so that it will work offline in case they have another outage like they did the other night. Because, yeah, that could be troublesome. Alrighty. Make sure that you're hydrating. If you haven't gotten up and moved around in a while, do that. As Jules likes to remind us, do your posture check. Just roll them shoulders back and see where you're at. Because I keep doing this thing when I should be doing this thing.
Usually slouching.
Oh, the slouching is real.
Fine.
Alrighty. We are going to get something done. And it doesn't have to be words, but it can be. Even if it's just relaxing, focusing yourself, getting yourself to a better headspace, that's still productive, people. We are going to get started in 5, 4, a 3, a 2, a 1, and go.
Okay. How did everybody do? What did everybody do? Excuse me. Yeah. I didn't do very much, but that's okay. What did, there is a comment that's highlighted. Sorry about that. My StreamYard is doing something strange.
It likes to do that.
I don't know what's going on with it, but I might just leave this, leave the camera off maybe, because I think everybody's about to go to bed. Well, everybody else other than the kid. So I'm just going to leave it as it is. It's probably a good choice at this moment. Anyway. Good night, CB.
Good night, CB. I was hoping to get the edits done on this video during that sprint, and when you know it, the hubby got home. So
yeah, I feel that
there was a lot of the talkity talk instead of the clippity clip, because
excuse me.
This video needs some editing. It really, really does.
I might see about trying to re-upload my video from yesterday. I don't know. I'll see about that. And today's video. We'll see about that too. Yeah.
Oh, Chandra, I'm sorry to hear that you're still on the struggle bus tonight. I feel that. I feel that, like, in my bones. I feel that. But I think it's important for us to have. I don't like any of the words that follow that sentence, because I almost said realistic goals, but that's not the right word. It's not the right thing to be saying, and it's not actually what I mean. I think it's important for us to know what we are capable of doing when we're capable of doing it. You know, I've got a lot of writing that I wanted to do today. I knew that given the mental state that I was in, that was not possible. So I spent time rebranding Secret Project number 2.5 that will hopefully be announced tomorrow, hopefully, on the show, if I can get on the stream, if I can get everything together for that. And because I knew that was something that I could do. I could sit and pick colors, and I could pick a font, and I could do some simple layouts. Like, it was what I knew that I was capable of doing in the state that I was in. And so I still got progress towards my goals, but it was the kind of progress I was capable of doing. And that's what I'm talking about, because it's not necessarily like realistic goals. I hate that phrase. It's more learning to understand where your brain is, and maybe you don't have the mindset for the world building that you want to do, but maybe you could scribble a map. You know, maybe that's a thing that you could do. And yes, procrastinate.
And same here. Same here. I'm waving. Why am I waving? My camera's off. But that's me. That's me too. On my own stuff.
That is amazing, Kat. That is amazing.
What? Wow.
But I kind of love that.
Yeah. So you saw our tree, the picture that I put on Instagram, or did you see my video? I'm just curious.
The only time I've been on Instagram today was when I found out that round 3 voting was on. Actually, the only time I've been on Instagram in the last 3 days was because of the voting for the next topic for the next anthology. And I voted in all 3 rounds.
I've had a lot of things going on lately. I wanted to, one thing I wanted to do, but I never really did anything with. I wanted to contribute to the Mad Raptor Productions, the short story collection, that had a disabled character. I wanted to contribute to that, but I didn't get around to it. I've been really super busy. But it sounded so interesting. I thought that was a wonderful idea.
I feel like we as writers, like I've really been tempted to do this, to take the pledge, to rewrite the pledge from the beginning of Wreck-It Ralph, where they're all sitting around, I'm a bad guy, but that's okay. That does, like, but rewrite it like I was busy and that's okay, like rewrite it for our purposes. Because I think we need that. I think we need that.
Oh, thank
because
you
if you
for
were
watching.
busy, you were getting stuff done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It may not have been what you wanted to be getting done, because I really know that feeling, but
there were some things I had to do, and sometimes you sign up for a lot of things. Yes. And I just thought that was such a great idea. That did inspire me.
I am in the many things in the back of my head, I actually have a superhero story that I'm contemplating doing that I really should not let myself do. I have too many projects. I need to finish some first. Sorry, it made me think of when I saw Heroes. And I was like, no.
Yeah, it was 2020.
Yeah.
I'm
giving everyone the same warning that I think we need to consider this. No matter your political persuasion, I think we all need to plan on trying to take the week after the inauguration off, because I think there's going to be a weird national hangover where you realize you don't have to wake up every morning afraid that like somebody accidentally like fired a nuclear missile or like got really angry and set the White House on fire. Like, we've been under so much stress because I know, like everyone I know, like you wake up in the morning, you're like, what happened while I was sleeping? And like checking the news and like just like that nightmare, just like even when you stopped checking the news all the time, like I did, there's still that like background hum in the back of your head of like, what's going on? That once a sane person is back in the White House, I think we're all just gonna have that stress hangover. We're gonna realize that we were riding a really bad roller coaster for the last 4 years, and then it got really crazy with all the loop-de-loops this year. It was nothing but loop-de-loops and corkscrews this year between the election and the plague and everything. I think next year we're all gonna just have a and we're gonna find ourselves insanely tired, and we're not gonna know why. And it's because our cortisol levels are gonna go down, our stress levels are gonna go down, just because that background radiation of just anxiety is going to go away.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to happen again after the vaccinations go out. Because all of that anxiety will eventually hit. That one I think will be easier because it's going to be more of a tail off. Once we realize that they're giving the vaccines in our area, once we've gotten our shots, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's going to be a more gradual tail off of the anxiety. But yeah, I think we have to look forward to a couple stress hangovers next year and be preparing for them.
I think you're right.
Because I don't think we realize how much anxiety and stress we're currently living under.
Yeah. It is interesting to watch. Offspring though, and how because it can, affect children in interesting ways. Stress.
Hey,
Oh,
how are you?
there's that dog.
How are you doing, Sasha?
Sasha.
How are you doing?
Hi, Sasha.
It's not quite that time yet. I can't pick you up in this chair. I know. It's terrible. But I'll hold you in a little bit, okay?
Couple minutes.
All right.
So cute. So cute. Our dog. Actually,
She's a sweetie. She's a sweetie.
is it the video from yesterday? Oh, the video from yesterday has our dog in it. The one that wouldn't upload. The one that wouldn't upload. For some weird reason. Yeah. Kind of, it's gonna be a strange Christmas. I agree with that, Hugo. Yeah. I mean, if we were having a normal Christmas, we'd be going to so many parties.
Mm-hmm.
The kid, all of his event, like all of the things he's in. Yeah. It would have been a lot of Christmas parties.
That's one of the things that we've been thinking about this year, because we usually throw a Christmas party for the employees, but we're not going to do that because it's just not safe. And then we were like, well, why don't we just give them the money as a bonus? And then we were like, do we have the money? Like, could we have even afforded to do a Christmas party this year?
Yeah.
Like, I want to do something, but
Yeah, that's interesting even. Well, let's see. Why don't we do our outros at 55 after?
alrighty.
Give us a couple
That
minutes
sounds
here.
good.
Maggie, electromagnetic storms?
Yep. If I remember correctly, the storms in 1921, there was a solar flare. Tell me if I'm wrong, Maggie, but there was a solar flare that hit the Earth that had so much power that it overcharged the telegraph wires and actually caused wildfires all around the country. And if it had hit later, it would have knocked out power to most of the country. It would have been like, if you remember that big solar flare that hit Canada, what was that, 15, 16 years ago, and knocked all the power out? It also hit part of northern upstate New York.
I don't quite remember that. Maybe.
But yeah, we need to be careful with this because, you and I are the founding members of the Psychic Writers Guild of the Apocalypse. So we need to be very careful what we're putting out into the universe. I've tried to be nothing but sweetness and light, just to atone for my many sins of this year. Like that's
Good night,
this is one of my favorite things about having a Kindle is I can let myself do that now, and I don't have to worry about losing my place because I dropped the book, because the Kindle just eventually just doesn't do anything. It's fine. My favorite thing about having a Kindle is I don't have to worry about reading till I'm too tired and dropping the book and be like, oh crap, what page was I on? And having to thumb through and find it again. Yeah, New York to Maine. Yeah.
And
Nova Scotia to Alberta. Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, I get really nervous about such things. So, hi everybody. My name is Charlie. I do streams on my channel every Wednesday and Thursday. I'm currently trying to see how quickly I can make you all go, oh no, too much, because my day 8 Vlogmas video will be out shortly. That's 8 videos in 8 days. This is insane, y'all. This is insane. Alrighty. I'm also working on a super secret project that I'm really, really excited about, and I hope I'll be able to talk to you all about it tomorrow, though a few of you already know. And I've been doing a lot of rebranding and stuff for it. I'm very excited. And I talk about it a little bit in the video I'm doing. So I will be doing a bunch of stuff. That's a brilliant idea, Chandra. I need to get some. I'm also currently working on the list for what episodes I'm doing for the next season of all my podcasts. If there are any specific topics on world building and or writing or anything else for that matter that you would like me to talk about on them, let me know, because I'm going to be doing some genre dives on the music shows. I'm going to be doing some look backs in the Wayback Machine for old stories and books that I love that I don't see much fandom for anymore on the other podcast, because why does nobody talk about Darkover? There's 65 books and they're amazing.
65?
Yeah, I think I lost count at around 60 because she let all of her friends write in Darkover. So like there are books by like every prominent sci-fi writer of the 60s, 70s, and early 80s in up into the 90s. There's so many.
Wow.
And there's some, and they're good. They're really, really good. I don't even know how many of them are in print anymore. Save Darkover. But yeah, it's one of my favorite fantasy series. Well, fantasy series, sci-fi series. That's an ecumenical debate because it technically takes place on another planet that we landed on. That when we landed on there, the planet was just right. That oops, magic. But that's a whole other. That's a whole other topic.
Okay.
I
have to read that now.
They're really good books. Anywho, yeah, that's me. So, hi, bye.
Thank you so much for coming, Charlie.
Oh, it's fun.
I really appreciate it. Sorry about any confusion.
I'm also going to be doing a stream on Twitch Thursday. Since Heather's not doing a stream Thursday, I'm going to do one on Twitch Thursday night at around the same time. So make sure you're following me and you have the app installed on your phone so you get a notification. Sorry, I almost forgot.
That's okay. Let's see. And I'm Heather Dewey Pettit, and I'm a writer, editor, and artist. As a writer, again, I would like to work on my novel. Sometimes I do it late at night and nothing else is going on. It's hard to do it when I'm streaming at the same time because it takes a lot of stuff from my laptop. Anyway,
Feel that.
yeah. As an editor, I am a freelance online editor, copy editor, and proofreader for indie authors, and I still would like to make some content in regards to that. So yeah, I've been really busy, guys. I'm sorry. I know I keep saying that. That is coming though. I want to do it. Anyway, as an artist, I have been kind of doing a lot with that. I do have an Etsy shop, like I said earlier, and I have been I've been selling a few things here and there, so that makes me very happy. And basically, that is stationery and art for um, writers and lovers of fantasy. So I've got mermaids, and
Really
I
pretty.
recently uploaded a thank you. I recently uploaded a the that that red the red
The plains
fairy,
of the theory.
the Pine City of Fairy. So that is there as well. So it's all on a card and up on there. If anybody's interested, um, I'm entertaining the idea of having one more sale before Christmas. I might do that the week of. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I normally stream Tuesday and Thursday nights, like Charlie said, from 7 to approximately 9. It's 10 now, but yeah, whatever. That's fine. So I guess I will see you guys on Tuesday. Uh, and thank you so much, Maggie. And I have something to get to you in a day or two. And yes, it's just been a crazy, weird year, positive in some ways,
Yeah.
but oh, thank you.
I think more than anything, this is going to be a year where it's going to be very important for us to count our blessings at the end of the year because there were some. They might be hard to see with everything else that happened this year,
Yeah.
but there were some.
Yes. Yes. Very, very true. But there are some positives. So thank you so much for that, Maggie. Appreciate it. Well, I hope everybody has a great evening and a great weekend. And I guess if I don't see you before, I will see you guys Tuesday night. So thanks so much for watching. Thank you to anybody watching the replay, etc., etc., etc. All right. Bye, everybody. Bye, Charlie.
Bye.